Hello all and welcome to Wayne's Allotment. As you can see, I'm stood outside my greenhouse in the back garden. I just thought I'd show you all what I've got growing in here with regards to stuff to go out into the allotment. Down there, some sweet peas, not long been in there. They've come up and doing along quite nicely. This little pot here, now that we've got some bluebells at the front of our house, and some of them last year formed what I think is seed heads. I let them dry out and I collected some of the seed, and about 3 days ago I put them in there, so if they are seeds I may get some bluebells come in there again. I may not, we'll see. Leeks, Musselburgh. These have been in about 2 months. These have been in less than a month, I think it is, with those. They're doing very well. Next to them, these two. Remember me saying on my first video about the onions that could be eaten when they're very small, kept as spring onions or left to grow until they were like leeks, those Japanese onions? Well, these are them, and they are, if I can, there we go, Ishikura runner beans. There's 25 there. They're going to go out June, probably mid-June, something like that. Tomatoes, tomato plants, they are some Heinz free seeds. Now I don't know whether you'll be able to see this, but the variety it lists is Heinz 3402. Now whether that means they're money makers or whatever, yeah, I haven't a clue. Sunflowers, they're in there for my granddaughter. These 3 trays here, I've got flower sprouts, cabbage, earliest of all, and I think, yes, Savoy cabbage. Up the top there is dwarf French beans. There's about 40, I think. 1 or 2 of them, I think the frosts hit them. So I've got a few spare seeds which I will put into some of those empty spaces, and we'll see what goes from there. Those tomatoes there, they're money maker, and those are some more of those Ishikara, whatever it was called, I forget now, onions, but they were planted way, I'm not sure exact date, but they've been in for ages. Up there, right, those in there, that is celery. Coming along quite nicely with some French marigolds next to them, and those 4 tomato plants you can see in front, they are Tiny Tim. Those 7 pots there, they're chilies, basket of fire. We'll see how they go. Peas at the back there, which need to go out, and also over there is some parsnips. I decided to do some in some trays because although I'm new to all this gardening, I'd read and heard quite a lot about how parsnips just are notoriously bad for germinating. So I did some in some trays and they've been potted on. I've also done some in those toilet rolls. Now somebody said to me about, oh, don't put parsnips or carrots or whatever into toilet rolls or the tubes, as there's some chemical in them and it can make the actual root veg rot. But I'm going to try it. I've got them in there. I've got some more in some other pots, so we'll see how things go. The lettuce over there, yeah, looking a bit sickly. At the very back as well, which you can hardly see because the lettuce is basically covering it all, is some pak choy. That lettuce is looking a little sickly because it's well into the 30s and I've just come in from work, and I thought, right, let's get and do a bit of watering. So that's what I've done with those. Cosmos, that's they were a free pack of seeds with a magazine, so I thought, yeah, why not, let's go for it. And then here is some kale, red Russian, see how we go with that. Sweet corn, I thought, well, put them in them tubes, they seem to be doing alright. And these onions down here, now these are, I noticed when I did my video on my allotment, I've got 1 or 2 spaces in amongst my onion sets. So I'll put a bit of compost in here and put these in. They haven't been in a week yet, so I'm not really expecting much, but sprouting. I've got them mainly to just fill the gaps, because there's a few gaps that have developed. And what else have we got? Ah, yes, there's some more tomatoes here. These are Tumbling Junior. They're going to go into some hanging baskets and be put up in the greenhouse here. And that is garlic. Now, yes, I know it's 28th of April, and you might think, well, why do garlic now? But I don't know whether I'd seen it on the internet, read it somewhere or whatever, but I've got it in my head from somewhere that if you buy garlic, put it into fridge for about a month or a freezer for a couple of weeks, then get it out and plant it, it will start growing. And that's basically what I've done. This is some garlic I got from, I think it was Lidl. The daughter likes garlic, and I thought, well, I'll take one of the bulbs and put it in the freezer for a couple of weeks. I saw somebody do it on YouTube with some shallots, and they had a mixed turnout, but you know, it's a shit job, somebody's got to try it, so we're giving it a go, see how things go from there. And that's basically it. One other thing I'd like to just, here we go, looking at humax. Now, when I said about Dave's allotment, this was the compost I was on about him using, and I must admit, I went out and bought a couple of bags of this and I'm hooked. To me, it's absolute brilliant. It's the dog's dubris, absolute lovely stuff. Oh, these 2 hanging baskets, yeah, there's not a lot to be seen in there. They've got, that's only because they were potted up about 2 days ago. They've got what can only best be described as giant tea bags in them with various different flowers. One of them's got blue flower mix, and one of them is a gold flower mix, but we'll see how they go. We'll can but try. But yeah, so I've got quite a few things to go out, just waiting for the weather. And with regards to all these very small seedlings, they get taken into the house every night, just in case of frost. We've had 1 or 2 of the last few days, few frosts, and I've got caught out. I did some of these way back end of February, beginning of March, and they got wiped out because I left them in here and the frost hit them. So I've sown some more again, and bang, the frost hit them. So I've learned you know, new, I suppose it's what comes of being new to all this growing malarkey. But yes, they're now going into the house at night, so that Jack Frost's gonna get his hands on them. Well, that's it then. Next time, hope to have some video with regards to me what I've planted out on the allotment with any luck. With regards to the bluebells there, be nice to hear if anybody has done the same, or whether I'm on a fool's errand thinking that yes, they were seed heads and I'm suddenly going to have a little pot of bluebells come up there. I don't know. Again, it's just something I wanted to try. It works or it doesn't, end of. You know, if it doesn't work, it's not the end of the world. So we'll see what's what. But that's it for now. So TTFN, and I'll post something again soon, hopefully. Ta-ra a bit.